Carberry.
Presentation from Kris'S Knowles. He arrived in Carberry today, and today is day 106 of his journey. Kris is 13-year-old, and he needs a liver transplant. He wants to accomplish a 200 city and town walk across Canada to help save every man, woman, and child that also needs an organ transplant. Please welcome Kris'S Knowles. Speakers, and the first one will be the Mayor of Carberry, Atresia.
Kris to Carberry. I think it's quite an adventure to travel down the Trans-Canada Highway and visit so many schools, so I wish Kris the best of luck on his journey. Thank you.
Now I would like to ask Kristopher to come forward, and he's going to do a speech for us.
Hi, my name is Kristopher Knowles. I'm 13 years old. I've been waiting for a liver my whole life. The disease that caused me needing a liver is called Biliary Atresia. It is a common disease among infants. Most infants die shortly after birth. So far, I've been fortunate enough to still be alive. I've been in and out of the hospital most of my life. I've had over 20 operations that saved my life. I'm doing this vlog to bring awareness to the shortage of organ and tissue needed. That's why I thought to myself that there is a way to save people's lives. And if I save a lot of lives, it makes this all worthwhile. That's why I'm walking across Canada, to save the 4,000 men, women, and children that are in need of an organ. I'm trying to inspire everybody to be an organ donor. Tell your friends and family about your wishes, and if you do, you're my hero, as well as everybody else's. Please don't take your organs then. Heaven knows we need them here. And I'd like to thank Carberry for your support. Alone, I can't do this, but together we can. Please make my wish come true. Thank you.
And now we will ask the senior high and junior high student councils to come forward to present the pledge.
Senior high and junior high student councils would like to present these checks to Kris.
Now we'd like to introduce George Marcello.
Carberry Collegiate, how's everybody feeling this afternoon? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. In last school we were at, really gave a cheer. How's Carberry Collegiate doing this afternoon? That's what I like to do. Okay, this part of the presentation, what we do is we call this up close and personal with Kris. And it'll give a chance for everybody here to ask Kris questions. But before we do that, I want to thank some of the following people. in your community. I want to thank the Carberry Motor Inn for helping us out with accommodations last night, as well as some meals. Also want to thank the RCMP from Carberry for giving an excellent escort today, and the officers here. Please give them a warm applause. I also want to thank the students that walked this afternoon with Kris. Thank you, guys. I want to thank the mayor for attending on very short notice and saying a few gracious words. Thank you, Mayor. And I want to thank your principal, Mr. Brian Drysdale, for helping to organize this school. He's shy to speak, so that's why we didn't have him up here. Now, before I begin, I want to acknowledge the rest of the team. To my right is Kelly Knowles, and that's Kristopher's dad. To my right again is Mr. Merle Roberts, and he's a film director producing the documentary On the Road. Please give him a round. And before I get to Kris, I just want to talk a little bit about the torch that was carried this afternoon. That's the Torch of Life. So far it's been received by almost 1 million Canadians. And it was also blessed by Pope John Paul II at Vatican City. And he blessed it and urged everybody in the world to become organ donors. And on January the 8th, 2004, in Sarnia, we relit the torch, and Kristopher has been carrying it ever since that day. Today is day 106, and Kris, come on up here. So we want to start off with some questions, and there's usually a brave student that raises their hand first. Who's that brave student? There it is, in the blue.
How did you get the idea to walk across Canada? How did you get the idea to do it? How were you
Like how did I get inspired? Like, is that okay. Mr. Marcello over here, he did a walk across Canada about 3 years ago to do the same thing, and he stopped in Sarnia, and he was talking about organ and tissue donation and how he wanted to save everybody. And I got to go meet him, and I asked him if I could carry the torch to Sarnia, and he goes, yeah, wait till next year when I come back. So I waited, and he came back again, and I got to carry the torch to Sarnia. And then I asked him if I could walk across Canada, and he said, sure. So it's him.
How long did your trip take?
Okay, well, it's going to take a year. I started on January 8th, 2004 in Sarnia, Ontario, and I did 76 communities in Ontario, and then we're heading out west to BC, Victoria. Then we're going to fly to Toronto and do a 3-week stay there, and then we're going to fly to St. John's, Newfoundland, and walk back to Toronto, and we'll be done December 25th, 2004.